Okay, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G. But keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like GMG. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them, Ken and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them mistaken. Even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you were part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through. So after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy. But most importantly, in all caps, shoo-be-doo-be-doo-doo-doo-doo. Good morning to ye. It's your boy, Big Phil Speaks, aka Scruffy One today, but I don't give two figure-dees. That part right there, y'all know what it is. This is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by myself and that good GMG, Good Money Gang. Listen, I know you better feel blessed and highly favored because you're here amongst the living, and there's some that didn't make it to see the day. So you better count it all joy, no matter what's going on in your life. And there's a lot going on, ain't it? Count it all joy and make today the best day ever. But while you at it, plan, plot, and strategize so that if you're so blessed to see mañana, see tomorrow, you make it an even better day than the day. That part. Hey, good morning. I hope that you know that this is the place to be. This lituation is about to take flight. So make sure you got your coffee, your tea, your tree, whatever need be, and fastening a seatbelt. And I don't care if you're getting off of work, if you're heading in for work, you ain't got no work and looking for work. Or you looking over in your bed, sofa, bathroom, shower, at your boo-boo bun thing, significant or insignificant other or spouse, and you ready to put in work, the Good Morning Gang Morning Show gonna get you right and ready. You better believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further, do your boy a favor, hit that thumbs up for me. Boop, up. More importantly, if you're new to the channel or situation, hit that subscribe button for me. Boop, up. And then last but not least, while you at it, get that finger like that, like you throwing up gang signs, a little something like that, and hit that notification bell like this. Bing! So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang Morning Show drops, whenever Feel the Love Fridays drop, or anything that I put on this Big Phil Speaks channel. Right now, I got the Shorts Gang Liddy. I got some other content coming. Please believe it. Please believe it. Understand me. Listen, who we got in the building? Nephew Papa True Guns first out the gate. Good morning to ye. Vino Diva from that good west side. She's in the building. Bree in the place to be. Miss A Block. 1/3 of that good HR team and the first lady of the HR team. She's in the building. Sibley Nay, she's around the way from that Texas coast, that down south Texas area. She's in the building. Good morning. Listen. Not too much on Drake. That's hate, Nate. That's hate. You don't even know what I'm about to say. Anywho, Dana Mac from that good Alabama way. Good morning to ye, GMG. Charlie Hustle in the building. Connie Baptiste, she's in the building. She says M&F and Hump Day. Well, put a hump in your back. Why don't you, Connie? Woo-wee. Donnell G in the place to be. What's goody like the mob home team? GMG, huh? Lady Costanita, she's in here. Sexy Sugar Mama, she's in here. Who else we got in the building, huh? Young Drez, salute, huh? I knew wherever there was a Miss A Block, Young Drez was sure to follow. Listen, I don't want no problems. I ain't starting none this morning. Peep Ski, Wagwan, brethren. Who else we got in here? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Michelle Lundy. Okay, Mrs. Mousy, you in the building. I see you. Good morning and welcome to the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Why not? Tavy Rance, I see you in the building. Good morning. Who else we got? Pun here. Who else we got? Pun here. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Allison, I see you in the building. Good morning to ye. Good morning. Vino, what you mean, messy Philip? I Phil ain't did nothing, huh? Phil ain't did nothing. You figured deal me, Rashad Houston, home team. Salute. Kathy Cotton Candy. Good morning to ye. GMG is in the building, baby. Listen. Okay, that's enough of enough. You know what I'm saying? The stragglers will come as they come. Pause. The stragglers will come as they call. Damien Everles. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm over on the good YouTube. You got to come on over there. Crystal, good morning. I'm over on the YouTube. Music for God, too. Good morning, darling. Good morning. Listen, where do we go from here, my love? I'm a little nasally, stopped up, whatever. I almost was gonna say I ain't camming up this morning. I said, but nah. I mean, I ain't, we're gonna do the show this morning. But I said, nah. It's been enough delays, enough setbacks, enough things. I said, I got to push forward towards my higher calling, huh? Listen, someone tell Phil, get his lean and cry. Shut your, you know what? Riri Lokester, what's goody like the mob? You know what? I almost said something, say Block. You starting. Yeah. I almost said something. Listen, you talking about some leaning Crocs. That's what she said when they was leaning. Let me stop, huh? It is definitely signing season. And I woke up hella congested. I was like, oh, no. Mama, no. Mama, no. Mama, no. Let's see. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to start at? Because there's a lot going on. Let me see. Okay, I know what I will do before I do anything else. No, we're not doing that one first. Before I go any further, let me read this warning. Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted materials under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes including, but not limited to, criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and reward. Oops, let me say that again. Research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture. Well, goddamn it. Listen. Episode 210, 210 of them things. Kill that noise. We gonna kill that noise, you feel me? We gonna talk about bullies do the unthinkable, man. Lord, this story right here pisses me off to the highest of festivity, you feel me? Biden pardoned son. We gonna talk about that. How you feel about that, huh? How you felonious MAGA supporters like that, huh? We're going to talk about it. Is Drake bitching or is there something else going on? We're going to talk about that. TK Kirkland sets the record straight, which leads me to Battle of the Sexes. God damn. Can't we all just get along? Ask GMG is how we're going to roll and close it out. But guess what? We in for a hell of a show today. Ladies and gentlemen, Excuse me. Vino D was saying, why not? I would. Listen, hold on, let me add some more people to this situation. Some of my regulars, I don't see them. I'm like, where they is? Where they at? You feel me? Hold up. Before we get this party started right, because we definitely going to get it started quickly. You feel me? Do 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 baby. Yes, I'm rambling on with my singing and making my noises. It's all good. Just know love is love. You feel me? do 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 we do 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 do. Okay, I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done. Let me get back to the get back. I think I see everybody in it. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Anyway, Papa's nephew said, I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't mad at you neither. Listen, we gonna get in there. Connie said, I would have pardoned my son too. Listen, I get it. Tavy said Drake is bitch and plain and simple. God damn it. Phil, did you see the singing skit? I saw it. You know, people like you sent it to me. I saw it though. I saw it. Anywho, we gonna move on with the move on. This first, what else? What other way to open up the topics and things that we talk about and or discuss is this little playful little ditty that I seen? No ditty, no pun intended. And the look on this young girl's face is so epic. So epic. If there was a permanent meme for this Bama here, this girl got it down packed. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Y'all watch this and pay attention to this real quick for me. Here.
My daughter face expressions, oh my god.
Happy birthday, dear Sonari. Happy birthday to
Yeah!
Blow out your candle.
Blow your candle. Blow your.
You gotta make a wish.
Thank you so much. Blow your. Yay!
My daughter face expressions, oh my god.
She looked at that Bama like, what? Like, if you don't get your Bama ass away from me, like, who is you, Slim? Who is you singing over my damn ice cream like that? And what's crazy is he sounded good. He could sing. He was like, he was, he hitting a couple of them notes. But she was like, man, who is this Bama? I don't like this Bama. Delene, Vino, what you doing over here? Keenan Cone, Jada Mayer, come on over to the good YouTube channel right there. She was looking at him like, man, you Bama, like, who called you over here to my table? It's my birthday, not yours. Who asked you to sing over my... Listen, for those that don't know, this Bama here, I'm always saying it, right? I'm always saying it. Other people want to take credit for what I've been saying for years, what we've been saying in DC for eons, right? Listen, what other way to get you acclimated to some things, some content that I'm gonna be putting up? I think I put a short up or two already. I'm gonna be putting up shorts. I'm gonna be putting up pre-recorded content with a segment called this Bama here. And I think you'll like it because I'm gonna be digging into the Bama-isms of people, good, bad, and indifferent. So I think y'all will like that, huh? Dana Max said that was sweet though. It was sweet. Then, like I'm saying, he can sing though. The dude can sing. DC Mumbo Sauce. Good morning to ye. Yeah, all right, peep scheme, whatever. She said, yeah, she was like, she was like, mama, you see this Bama? She was looking over at her mama and at the dude, like the dude wasn't standing there. She was like, mama, you see this Bama? No, what is he doing? I didn't tell him come over here leaning in front of my dessert. It's my birthday. You putting all them spittles and things on my, you know what I'm talking about? If you don't back your ass. Tell Bella I said, have a good day, Miss A Block. Tell Uncle Phil said, have a good day. Be good at school. Duet is crazy. You funny, peep scheme. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers, I thought that was a brilliant way to start the show because I'm about to go into a couple little deep things, and I just wanted to take the edge off, pause, put a smile on your face early on a hump day. Woo! Put a smile on your face on a hump. Pause, fellas. No, Daddy, I ain't talking to you. Sit your ass down. She was looking like he doing too right. Lady Costanita, she was like this. What the figgity? Yeah. But it's all good. No, hey, Dana Mac, don't be contributing to the delinquency of a peep scheme. He don't need no help. He don't need no help. You feel me? JRPR, what's goody like the mob, huh? Listen. Where do I want to go from here next? I'll go to this one right here. Ladies, be careful. Be careful if you would. Peep game. I know money is tight out here. Money is funny, and some things are counted as a blessing. But look.
The dollar bill, and if you can see, there's some things coming out of this. And what I want to do is I want to open this up, but I wouldn't touch it if I were you, because this is how they trick people. So I'm going to use my foot here. Try and open this up. See if I can spread it out. I really don't want to touch it with my hand. You can see there's like a substance in there, some sort of white powder. I can't really get it open without touching it. Oh, we're getting there. I mean, this can be in a public place. Like right now, I'm with my girlfriend in the parking lot. I'll show you here. We're just in Walmart, and open. You can see the white stuff on the sides. Oh, there it is. Look. So people put things on these bills, and it's basically like to drug you. So be careful out there, and don't pick up things that you're not supposed to.
Man, listen, I remember a time, you see that $1 bill, that $5 bill, that $20 bill, and a couple of occasions, a hundo just tumbling down the street like tumbleweed. He be like, ooh, let me get that up off you. I done found me 100 or two here in my day. Listen, I'm like, somebody's loss was definitely my blessing. You hear me? But now you got unscrupulous ass people doing the most. And the thing of it is, ladies and gentlemen, you don't necessarily have to touch the dollar. You can get close enough to get a whiff of what's going on and ingest some of the drugs or whatever the case may be. If by chance you gonna pick up the money, have you a tissue, better get latex or some kind of glove covering your skin, and don't put it all up to your face. But, inspect it from afar, like peek that thing open and see if anything visible is on it. If nothing visible, go on and put that thing inside of a bag or something. You know what I'm saying? And go rinse it off at a later time or something, or before you spend it, because if it is something on it, you don't want to spend it and get nobody else sick neither. But there was a time where you could find you $1 or two and it was all good. Now you got to be mindful. She's establishing her presence out here. That's right. She said, OMG, people are so treacherous out here. Can't even find you $1. Can't even find you a little double. Shawnette Bridges, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Listen, that's a bump someone dropped. That's more than a bump, Frank Murphy. That's a biz up. You hear me? They ain't mean to lose that, huh? Shit. No, but be careful. Vino Diva said, I am not bending over for $1. So, Vino, do tell, what are you bending over for? She said it, y'all. I didn't say it. She said, I'm not bending over for no dollar. Oh, shit. Yeah, keep your forensic gloves on. Keep them little latex on. Because, you know, you most of us, out of human curiosity, ain't gonna try to miss out on that dub. You gonna be like, man, that joint just sitting there too. Let me get that up. But ladies, more importantly, ladies, because they're using this mostly against women. All jokes aside, ladies, please be careful because we don't want you to become victims of no actual bullshiggery, no trafficking bullshiggery, or anything even more nefarious or whatever the case may be. Please make sure that you mind your surroundings, pay attention, and don't just be so thirsty like, oh, let me get that, without taking all precautions and paying attention. Because last thing I would want is somebody that's part of this GMG family to get ill, to get sick, or something worse happen. That part right there. Somebody mad about that 20. They listen, I don't know, Dana Mac. Listen, you just got to be more careful. I'm about to step over money on the ground. Establish, you ain't got to lie. You ain't even got to lie. Establish, say, I'm going to pick that. I'm going to have my hand sanitizer spray. Gonna spray that dove down and gonna put it right in my purse. You know you gonna do it. Stop it. Cassie, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Excuse me. Riri Loxa, that's a fact. On car doors too. That's a fact. On car doors too. Be careful, ladies, because these Bammers out here getting real treacherous. Real treacherous. And we want y'all around, you know. Y'all, sometimes y'all give us fellas a bad rap. Sometimes y'all give us a bad rap. Some of us deserve it, but most of us don't. But we're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later. You right, I'm lying. I just picked up a quarter at the train station. Yes. Hey, Established, I knew what I was talking about. They've been putting money in lace napkins on car doors. Yeah. Not blowtorch, god damn it. The shit. Then you got to be careful, Riri, because if that fume come up and hit your nose, you gonna be like. She said, I did. I know you did. I know you did. Have at it. Just be careful. Be careful. Because I said, I done lived many moons. I done lived many moons, many days. And I done came up on some dollars, some fives, some tens, some 20s. And like I said, a couple hundos at a matter of fact, one time I found somebody's knot. That thing was about 2,000, 3,000. I think it was like 30-something hundred, actually, if I remember correctly. 30-something hundo. I don't know where they lost it, and wasn't nobody around, so I couldn't even been good Samaritan. Like, did you drop this? Did you drop this? I looked around, was like, hello? Hello? Did you lose any money? My voice getting all, like I'm getting laryngitis. Did you lose any money? Oh, no answer. Put that right in my pocket, and I was good. You hear me? I was good. Tiffany, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. You ain't missed too much tonight, Miss A Block. Just warning women to be careful when they find, walk past or stumble upon some money on the ground or whatever the case may be. You know the saying, all money ain't good money, and if it ain't GMG, it ain't nothing. You feel me? But all money ain't good money, so you got to be careful when you go to pick up somebody, some lost money, because it might come with something that you don't want. She said, I'm due to find a knot. I bet you is, huh? Tell him open that pocket. Tell him open that pocket, Establish. You gonna find your little nizot. You hear me? It's that time of the year, the snatching for oh my God, Lord. That's why I want the ladies to be careful, Lady Cosanita, She said, oh wow, I need one of those knots. Listen, it would despair in my pocket. You feel me? Listen, no amount of money is worth, all jokes aside, right? No amount of money is worth you becoming a victim in some capacity. Whether somebody's sick and just want to see you get high, or lightweight OD for their sick pleasures, or somebody worse that might want to snatch you up or do something more nefarious or whatever. No amount of money is worth your life, ladies. So please, please be careful. I saw a bomb in the street and walked right over it. I said the cops had to have planted. Whatever. Lady comes to me, I know good way your ass ain't walk over no damn bomb. Like, do, like it's a normal day in the neighborhood, huh? Feel that money was from the TV show, What Would You Do? You felt good. Shit, wasn't nobody around though. Wasn't no back then. They didn't have just a whole bunch of random cameras around and people's phones right there. That was like in like the early '90s or whatever. And listen, and it was rubber band up and everything. Somebody lost their re-up monies or something. I don't know, but it was on a street. It was on a neighborhood street too. I was like, ain't nobody around, and this knot is just sitting here. All I was envisioning was the heavens opened up and said, oh, and I was like, did anybody lose any money? Listen, it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Old Phil got knots, Bellanese at dollhouse. Her birthday is in 12 days. My birthday is in what? What's the day? My birthday is in 7 of them things. What you give me for my birthday? You feel me? Listen. Getting crutches and walkers. King Scales, good morning. Not that kind of bomb. Oh, okay. I'm about to say, Lady Cozy said, oh, that's a bomb. Let me walk over it. Blue, blue. Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby. Good morning to ye. Listen, be careful out here. We gonna move on right now. This next topic right here gonna piss a lot of y'all off to the highest of pistivity. So I'm giving out a trigger warning. Hold on, let me put my allegedlys on. Even though this is being reported as true, I still want to put the allegedlys on there. But this next story right here, I heard about it, and it can't say what I want to say because this is YouTube, but it's an evil thing on top of a hurting thing, if that makes sense. Hold on, let me turn this ban off so I can read this real quick. Just cruel. Parents sue middle school after bullies mock a 12-year-old girl they drove to attempt suicide. Lawsuit claims that they snuck into ICU to take photos of her unconscious body and referred to her as a roach after she wore her natural hair to school. Man. I forget where that's at. I think it's South Carolina. If it is South Carolina, stand up. Something needs to happen. Now, I get it. These is children we talking about, but there's other children around. There's other kids around about their age, a year or two older that I can't say what I want to say. But this shit is disheartening. Let's keep it a buck. The shit is disheartening and ugly and heinous. You gonna buy me a cookie is crazy. $1 million. Hey, Crystal. Hey. Man, hey, Dana, man, this thing right here. Let me get off this screen though. Let me get back off this screen, because it hurt me looking at this little girl face. As a father, hey, as Maxwell, we over here on the good YouTube. As a father, as a man that got sister, as a man that got a mama, as a man that got nieces. Do I got nieces? Yeah, I do. I'm tripping. I got discombobulated for a minute because I'm so pissed off. I saw this story and I was like, First thing I did, my teeth started clenching. I was like, I would have went and got my other. I would have got my kids. I would have got my kids, and we would have went up to that school. I'd have been in jail for inciting the bullshit, but I'd have had my kids whoop. In the words of Steve Harvey, I would have had my children whoop that ass. Huh? It is sad. I would have had my children whoop that ass from the school to hospital, hold all the hind parts accountable, along with the parents and the kids. Now that's a fact. Connie, that's what I'm talking about. Like, listen, I'd have got my kids. See, that's a benefit of having multiple kids. And I could just imagine kids picking on my now 13-year-old daughter. I'm like, I'm calling the cavalry. I'm like, get y'all asses up and go get. Matter of fact, call y'all best friends, get their little brothers and sisters. Matter of fact, everybody from the neighborhood, we about to who ride. You feel me? We about to have at it. How did it get that far? Man, the backstory supposedly is that they bullied this girl and she attempted suicide. She tried to hang herself, if I'm not mistaken, right? And that's what got her in ICU. And the fact that mm, I don't know what color they are. I don't know what their financial wherewithal is, what neighborhood they live in. It don't matter. Them little nigglets or niggeros are evil. That's evil. That's evil. I don't care. That's evil. Cause how do you disregard life so that you think it's all a game and a joke? Okay, you done bullied the girl and she, when she tried to take her life, that should have been enough right there to say, you know what, I was a fool, I was wrong. I should have never drove that girl to want to do that or whatever. But to go up to the hospital, to the ICU, they should sue the hospital too. They should sue the hospital. They should sue all their asses. But I'm just saying, man, hey, TV, crash out ain't a word. You hear me? That's what I'm thinking too, Shauna. Like, how did they get past the ICU deaths? They probably did it quickly. They had to do it real quickly. They had to do it real quickly before they were stopped. And then, hey, Sabrina C, good morning to ye. It death falls on the ones that are raised. Man, yeah, and I'd have went at the parents. I would have went at the parents. Man, I couldn't imagine. Listen, they say God don't put more on you than you could bear. This situation with my daughter has been super, 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 super heavy, right? I couldn't imagine myself going through something like this that with a daughter like this young girl, because I would go the hell off. I would go. I couldn't change what happened with my youngest daughter. I couldn't stop nor help that or whatever, right? That was out of my control. But that right there with that little girl, man, y'all them like, damn, Big Phil done got locked up. Cause boy, I'd have found out where they lived at, and I'd have went on can't say what I want to say, can't say what I want to say, but y'all get the picture. I'm glad my algorithm doesn't show me these things. Hey, Frank Murphy, hey, homie, listen, I saw that and I lightweight wanted to cry. I said, man, this here is terrible, terrible. Whooping their asses as they come out the door. It's hella sad because I'm like, what the hell? You feel me, Peace King? Hey, daughters, hey, sons, listen. This the one time I gave you permission to lay hands on the. Oh, it'd have been up. And then when the police came, did you have your kids? Yes, I did. Now take me to the jailhouse. What you mean? Ms. A-Block said, my sons was ready to go fight second grade for bullying Bella last year. We all played by her. I know that's right. I know that's right. They themselves would have been in IC. Man, and their parents would have been in ICU. And they uncles and aunts would have been in ICU. And they older cousins. Man, listen. Right. I just had her pick up a second ago, established. She is a beautiful girl. I was like, man, I just want to know. I just want to know where they lived at. What persuasion was these bullies? Was I hope they wasn't. I hope it wasn't nobody from our our peoples. I hope it wasn't. I hope it wasn't. But it shouldn't have been nobody, to keep it a buck. It shouldn't have been no effing body. Beyond evil. That's a fact. News says some of the teachers were part of the bullying. Oh, hell nah. Hell nah. I would have went up in there. Oh, man. I'd have caught all kinds of assault charges, battery charges. Man. They probably would have tried to take me out, because I probably would have commenced a whooping so much ASS up in that thing, boy. I ain't talking about the kids. I let my kids take care of the kids, but I'm talking about them adults. If I'd have found that out, the teachers, I'd have walked straight up in the class with the biggest big hand, open hand I could, and come from way across yonder and play handball with their hair. Pow! Phil, did you hear about the we were telling my girl to go pick cards? She busted them in there. And as she should. As she should have. I ain't hear about that one. As the hell she should have. She should have just did that. Went oops upside his goddamn head. What you think this is? This is 2024. What are you talking about? This is 2024. This is not 1895. This ain't 1903. This ain't 1941. This ain't none of that. No, I'm going at the kids and the parents. Establish it. You take all of that. The parents are the ones that blame me. Yeah. How they get through ICU and for the staff to allow other than their, yeah. Yeah. That's a factor, bro. Listen. Give me my stripes and number. Listen. You say I got to lay down on this, pause on this cot for maybe a couple years. I'm going to do it with a smile on my face, because they going to know not to mess with minds. That's deliberately done so we don't want to hear about kids will be kids, or they never been, man, exactly. Hey, Papa, it would have been free Papa, free Big Phil, free Little Phil, free a few of mine. Shit. I'm smiling in my mugshot over mine. You hear me? Man. Oh, look at the staff. I need my mugshot to look fire. Lord. Miss Mousy says, set up your Bell account before you get started. Listen, matter of fact, I don't know. I got a little bit of a pass, so I might need to do a GoFundMe. Listen, y'all know what happened with my kid. We decided to go get buck and to get loose. I need y'all to support me on my freedom. GoFundMe at freebigphil.bigphil. You feel me? Man, listen. Some of these teachers be doing, yeah, man. Now that's a whole nother level that the teachers were teasing to or whatever, bullying to. Man, Just let me put my makeup on before I get my mugshot. It's crazy. Right, sue the hospital too. That's what I said earlier. Sue the hospital, sue all they asses. Young Money, is that you, Young Moolah? What's goody like the mob? Wait, where was the parents doing the photo sneak? As a minor, I would think a parent would have to be there overnight. I don't know if they snuck in at nighttime or not. I don't know what time they snuck in there. And you never know. You never know what happened. You never know if somebody was in a room and they hurried up with their camera. Kids can be quick. Man. Creole Cupcake. Good morning to ye. Phil, you got to hear some of these teachers be talking to. I have. I went off back when my youngest was in what is, I guess it's middle school or junior high school, and the teacher was lying about certain things they were saying till one of her classmates sent me a recording of her talking, and I went back up to that school, and the principal was still the principal was trying to still down talk and downplay the situation. Like my teacher wouldn't until I played the audio. I ain't showing the video. I played so he could hear it, and then he had a stupid ass look on his face. I said, "Now tell me that dumb ass shit again." I said it just like that. Well, Mr. White, you don't have to. Oh, yes, the hell I do. And that principal was trying to be my best friend. He went on being the principal of the high school my kid was at the time. He was trying to be my best friend. Like if you don't get your Bama ass away from me, for you get hands put on you, they definitely got too much time on their hands. But it's crazy. It's disrespectful. It's ugly. It's evil. Like I said, kids sometimes will be kids, and they'll pick, they'll pick, and not necessarily mean to be bullying. And I'm not making excuses. They'll pick and talk shit and Joan and all that, and not realizing the depth of the hurt for some people, right? So with that being said, right now, I ain't talking about the really evil and heinous ones, but those that got a lightweight conscience, right? At the point that you hit at the girl attempted suicide, where's your heart? Where's your heart? Even as a child, there should be something that click and say, you know what, we went overboard. I didn't mean for that girl to want to take her life. I didn't mean to do that. You feel what I'm saying? And you start having some recompense. You start having some remorse or whatever the case may be. Recompense was the wrong word. You start having some remorse or whatever, and you start feeling like, man, I was wrong. I'm filing, and hopefully I get a chance to apologize to her, right? But nah, these Bamas, I don't know if they got on a bus or how they got up to the hospital and went up into the ICU and took pictures of this young girl while she's battling to get back. Well, it's crazy. Game fanatic, what's good? Hey, Papa, listen. Kids will do the most when the parents aren't around. That's a fact. But their parents would have been paying for it that day, because man. Anyway, let's get off of that. Let's get the hell off of that. Speaking of parenting, this Bama here, pardon that Bama there. Joe Biden pardons his son. President Biden pardons his son as one of his last acts in office. There's a lot of people that feel a way about it. There's a lot of people feeling a way about it. I want to know how y'all feel about it. For me, I feel two ways about it, right? I knew he was going to do it, even though he was saying, on the one hand, right, he's like, my son need to be punished. He need to, he need to feel it a little bit, right? But I think with Trump winning the presidency and Trump being a very vindictive individual, I think it would have kind of been a worse situation for Hunter Biden in his sentencing or whatever the case may be. Meaning whatever jail, they probably would have put him somewhere real ugly. They probably would have put him somewhere where it would have been an even more rough time for him. I get it. And I know some people are like, well, black folks go through it all the time. All the time, black folks go through it. And I get that, right? But if you take the color out of it, what would you do if that was your child and you had the wherewithal to do it? What would you do if that was your child and you had the wherewithal to do it, huh? That's a fact, Cassie. He needs to pardon all our brothers and sisters for nonviolent crimes, not just his son. You're right. And that's another argument. People like, ain't that something? He did that for Hunter, but how many other people how many people of color are suffering, excuse me, through minor crimes and have gotten way more time than they should have, or gotten time when they shouldn't have gotten no time. So it's very much a catch-22. I call it a pit bull, a rock and a hard place in a pit bull, and you being caught right there in the middle. Sharonda Bradford, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. I got in an argument last week with a lady whose son kicks bullying my car. I wouldn't have waited this long to pardon them. Well, I think the reason why, Connie, I think the reason, like I said, um, I don't know if he would have pardoned. I don't know if he would have pardoned him if Kamala would have won. I don't know if he would have, because somehow, some way, he would it would have worked out where he probably would have been at a camp or something. He would have probably been at a federal camp, which is not like being at a regular jail or whatever the case may be anyway, right? But the fact that Trump won, and him being a vindictive person as he's shown himself to be, or whatever the case may be, I think they would have done something um, to kind of make Hunter's jail stay a lot worse, or whatever the case may be. Especially with a lot of these Bamas that Trump is picking over these cabinet positions, over these roles and positions, or whatever the case may be. It's crazy though. D Blade from that good H Town is in the building. Good morning to ye. Excuse me. Nah, I didn't see your question, Crystal. What was your question? Joe should have made Kamala president for a month. Yeah, that would have been dope. There's nobody that wouldn't pardon a child, and he was saving them from Trump. That's what I'm saying, Miss Mousy, Michelle. That's what I'm saying. CLBCNY, salute. Charlie said I would have pardoned mine, Joe. I'd pardon my loved ones in a second. I don't care. Oh, ain't that sweet? I definitely would have pardoned my son, especially with the opposite party coming in. Joe did right. That's what I'm saying. I think it would have been a sick joke. I think it would have been a sick joke amongst Trump and his friends, and they would have sent him somewhere, even if it wasn't for about a month. They'd have sent him somewhere like to probably one of the worst jails, the kind of as payback or something. I so I think on the one hand Biden did the right thing, but then like Cassie said, there's a bigger picture. There's a whole lot of us that need to come up out of themselves too. And I'm not talking about I ain't talking about the killers and all these other things. I'm talking about the people with minor infractions or with drug problems that would do better getting counseling, therapy, and other help than being incarcerated or whatever the case may be. And a lot of nonviolent offenders that are made to do their time amongst very violent offenders or whatever the case may be, and they end up in some cases either becoming victimized, or in some other cases end up running their time up because they've been forced to become violent, or protect themselves, or do other things that got them other charges while they were locked up, or whatever the case may be. Yo me, yo my, yo my, yo me. I see you. Everybody would have done the same shiggity. You wouldn't have did nothing, yo me. You wouldn't have did nothing. I be pardoned damn near every Tom, Dick, and Harry. I know that's right. I don't think color is a big part. We can't always fall back on certain actions, but understandable on others just because of the person behind the act. How do I add my what? How do you add what, Crystal? Yeah, at the end of the show, near the end of the show, I put the link up, Crystal, and they would have terrorized them to no end. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Just to be vindictive, Kathy. That just to be vindictive, I think they would have, you know what I'm saying, sent them somewhere that he had he shouldn't have never been in the first place in the system, and made a mockery of him in the system, whatever. So it's a catch-22 on that. It's a catch-22 on that. Hell no, Joe Biden. I know some people that need to be pardoned. I need some people. Need some people that, yeah. They say that I think it's up to 30 something people that he's pardoned this last year, whatever the case may be. I could have that wrong. Y'all could correct me on that, but I heard that it was like about 30 something people total that he pardoned or whatever the case may be. Hopefully, those people with either this that second chance or new leaf on life are able to live it to their fullest or whatever the case may be. Hopefully his son will get his act together, right? Oh, then you have some people that say the one of the reasons why that he did it was because he lost his other son too, and that could very well be it, or whatever the case may be. And you don't want to put your one son or allow your one son, if it's possible, to be in a place and space to where something really harmful happens to them because of their transgressions or whatever the case may be. But then on the flip side of that, hell, there's a lot of mothers and fathers like, hell, my son or my daughter did a lot less and they doing more time or whatever the case may be. So it's one of them, you be damned if you do, damned if you don't. I think the whole system needs to be broken down and rebuilt from the bottom up. Okay, Cassie, I'll check it. They know a whole lot more than we do. Government secrets. They know what's coming. So it seems like he doing a rush job before he get out. Lady Coach Sanitha, aha! That is definitely something to think about. That is definitely something to think about. I know a few that needs to be out too. I know that's right, Dana Mac. She said free little Leroy in them, free little Woot Woot, free Quita in them, free him. What did his son do anyway? What did he got caught with a gun? He had some drugs or whatever. He's a drug user. He's a drug user. One, so jail might not be the best place for him anyway, but it is what it is. There's black men doing life because of the crime bill who need to be pardoned. Factor Mundo. Hey, Sarah Lynn, she done came on in. Good morning. I'm getting stuffy all over again. Listen. Anywho, Peep Scheme said, freedom things. Listen, it's any day of the week, ladies. It's a good day to free them things. Hashtag that. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. She's in the building. Good morning to ye. Trump trying to give drug dealers the death penalty. Man, listen. We gonna see what this new year is gonna bring. We gonna see what this new presidency is gonna bring about. For God's sake, I hope that Bama has just been full of hot air and bullshiggery, and that the next 4 years goes by peaceably. However, I don't know if I see that happening that way. I'm just gonna say I don't know. Phil, you go free your things. Look, Miss A Block, for the right woman. I definitely would. Miss A Block. But gotta be careful because there's a lot that come with that. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. Nobody should be in jail for drugs, man. Listen, that's a whole nother conversation, huh? Where's Simply Nay at, right? Because we about to get into this next topic and she gonna be upset about it. But guess what? We gonna talk about it, huh? Feel the live Friday. Feel the love is coming on Friday. That's a fact. Free my hair. Free these on your forehead. Stop playing with me, baby. That's right. You can't free him for just anyone. Might cause a riot. You know what I'm talking about? Creole can't free him for everybody. Freedom things. You feel? Anywho, let us stay on topic. This next one, listen. Aubrey, come out to play. Drake, is Drake bitching out here? Is Drake acting like a whole bitch out here? Or nah? This is the first time in rap history and hip hop history you got somebody that was part of a battle, so to speak. Sure, you right, Creole. You was out on your little mystery vacation, friend. Them things I heard about you. That's a whole female right there with a beard. Is crazy. Justin Show was good. He like them freedom things for a couple big paws of y'all. Is crazy. Listen, lawsuit Leroy. But listen, this guy right here, this guy is the first in history to be part of a hip hop battle and then throw a lawsuit out there. Now, mind you, though, right? Mind you, I'm of the mindset. Okay, look at me. Let go, Drake. If you if you don't take your ass back to sleep. But no, Kendrick Lamar's the one. Excuse me. Kendrick Lamar's the one that said all these egregious things about Drake and his team or whatever the case may be, right? How come he's not suing Kendrick Lamar though, right? Which leads me to think, is there something deeper going on? Pause. No, Diddy. Is there something deeper going on? Is the fact that this lawsuit is about something that's above our pay grade and it's more for the culture than what we think it is? On the surface, like Charlie Hustle said, it looks like Drake is going out sad. On the surface, it looks like Drake is going out sad. However, is this something that's going to change the game and make it so that a lot of these big companies got to put some respect on it for artists in general? Because y'all know, especially throughout traditional contracts from many moons ago, people wasn't getting their just due. And then even more so now with streaming, as opposed to there being more physical, tangible items, CDs, LPs, records, cassettes, or whatever the case may be, the proper accounting for the amount of units bought, sold, et cetera, is up for debate. What is a stream really worth and how are artists really being paid or not being paid? Is the question, right? Peeps, can you shut the hell up? So is and I'm just putting this out, I'm playing devil's advocate or whatever the case may be. Is Drake putting himself in the line of fire as the martyr for this situation? Is Drake doing all this to free himself from a contract? Is Drake doing this lawsuit because he feels as though Universal Music Group and others are playing with his numbers? Is Drake doing this because he feels as though that if he fired back with a proper response, that they would kind of push it under the rug a little bit, tamp down on the marketing aspect of it, or whatever the case may be? There's a lot of unanswered questions, and until he opens his mouth, pause, no Diddy, and lets everybody in on what's going on, pause again, we'll never know what the true reasoning is for why he's suing Universal Music Group, is Spotify, et cetera, et cetera. But on the surface, it looks like somebody's panties got in a bunch. It looks like that he's suffering from a high case of bitch assness. But that don't necessarily have to be the truth, though. It don't necessarily have to be the truth, though. It does not have to, Mr. Rhyme Stiller. It does not have to be the truth, though. Not Drake acting like Drakeana is crazy. But this came out years ago. Let me take the banner off real quick so we can read it. This is from Kanye West. He sent out this message some years ago. He said, "We need me, J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick all in a room together. It's time. Hold on. Didn't I just hide the damn thing? It's what it say? It's time to get free. We will not argue amongst each other while somebody we don't know in Europe is getting paid and putting that money in a hedge fund. Oh, allegedly. Allegedly. Do you think that there's a deeper play involved? That maybe there has been some behind the scenes discussions. Maybe there is something going on. Supposedly it's because he doesn't want Kendrick to perform the diss track. But him performing the diss track ain't got nothing to do with Universal Music Group nor Spotify. As far as I know, Spotify is not a sponsor of the Super Bowl, unless I have that wrong. But Universal Music Group is buying up everything, so ain't no telling what they involved with or not. However, the lawsuit itself couldn't have no merits if he's suing them. Now, if he sued to get an injunction in court against Kendrick Lamar and their label, and maybe the NFL to not allow that song to play, that would be one thing. But that's the thing. He's not suing Kendrick Lamar at all. Kendrick Lamar is the one that with the pedo comments and all these other things or whatever the case may be. Whether true or downright slander and defamation, the lawsuit should be geared towards Kendrick Lamar, if you think about it, right? But he's not suing Kendrick. That right there raises my eyebrow. Okay, is there something deeper at play? Is there something deeper at play? Not tighty whities in a belly top. What the hell? Al, I don't know if that be true. I don't think that's true at all, that part. Hey, Tanasia, good morning, good morning. I'm listening, Phil. I'm driving, so I can't comment. It's all good. I'm just saying, think about it. Hey, immigration lady, how have you been? Come on over to the YouTube. Listen, I'm just saying, it would make better sense that if you're gonna go out, with some bitch assness, that you would file a suit against the individual that really did the things against you or said the things that they said, right? Universal Music Group has nothing to do with what Kendrick Lamar has said, as far as my knowledge. Spotify don't have nothing to do with nothing that Kendrick Lamar said, to my knowledge. But some people are also saying that it's to shine light on the stream padding. People getting bots to come in to blow up their numbers, which may or may not have some reference to Kendrick Lamar and him being in number one, et cetera, streams and all these other things. Who knows? Who knows? But Spotify will amplify the songs. That's a fact. Who is Wig establishing? That's Kanye West, Creole. That's Kanye and Drake. And push it out more. That's a fact, Justice. That's a fact. So again, hey, Jeannie Miles. Hey. Drake is trying to say Universal inflated Kendrick's number spins. He's out of touch with reality. They Not Like Us was playing everywhere 24/7. And Charlie Hustle, that there is a whole fact. You hear me? That there is a whole fact. Not Like Us was playing everywhere, on TV, on your radio, through the hood, through corporate America. Everybody's been playing that. Hell, Trump got in a little trouble because he was trying to play that. Peepskin, you bugged out. Can he go back to Young Money? Who knows? But maybe it is about the inflated numbers, or maybe it's a bigger chess move, ladies and gentlemen. I want y'all to think about this. Maybe it's a bigger chess move to get him free or get him out of this contract that he's in, because he's trying to get more ownership of his entities and things of that nature. Things that make you go, things that make you go, he might be doing one hell of a chess move that we can't fully grasp or get out, put our arms, or I wrap our minds around the movement, because we're not in that part of the industry, or we're not privy to the comings and goings, the doings of the machines of the industry, or whatever the case may be. We see what we see on the outside. But then there be a lot of things happening behind the scenes, or whatever the case may be. And it makes you wonder, things that make you go, did Ye get on the phone with Drake? Listen here, you bitch ass nigga, stop battling Kendrick. You can't see him lyrically. Battle the entities that be. Battle those companies that's got y'all at each other's throat. Battle them. Sue they ass, huh? Get free. Who knows? And I'm speculating. I don't know. I'm just Big Phil Speaks. And I'm just speaking how I speak. However, things that make you go, raising eyebrows, game fanatic. It could be a number of reasons why he's suing. On the surface, it looked like a whole lot of pouting, spoiled, entitled bitch assness. It do, Drake. If you watch this or see this, on the surface, it looked like a whole lot of bitch assness. But then, you gotta, as a thinking man that I am, you gotta put on your thinking cap. You gotta put on your thinking cap and like, it don't make sense. The timing of it all doesn't make sense unless there's something else deeper at play. And there very well could be. We just gonna have to watch and see how this pan out, ladies and gentlemen. We just gonna have to watch and see how that pan out. You feel me? Who you talking about, Vino? Established. Lord have mercy. Anyway, we moving on with the move on, right? Moving on with the move on, right? We living in a time where there's too much men versus women, women versus men, or whatever the case may be. I ran across this clip, and for all intents and purposes, I think I'm going to start doing what I'm doing today, and I'm going to have a place card up or a photo up, and then I'll let the audio play or whatever the case may be, so that when it comes time in February for me to get my monetization back, YouTube ain't got shiggity to say. You feel me? But I came across this clip. T.K. Kirkland, the comedian, the outspoken one himself, Mr. I Keep It a Thou Wow, is on this podcast or on this show, and they're speaking about fatherhoods and child support and all these other things, right? And as soon as the young lady, I forget her name to save my life, heard him say he don't pay child support, she was trying to go all the way in. He had to set the record straight, like, hold up, Bama. You ain't let me finish my full statement. Just because I said I don't pay child support don't mean I don't take care of my children. There's a difference. And some look at it like that, like, just because you're not on a child support order doesn't mean that you're not supporting your children or whatever the case may be. And I think we need to do better. I want y'all to listen to this real quick, and I need y'all to weigh in on this, huh?
All right.
And
How much you
again,
paying child support?
Yeah. I don't pay nothing in child support.
Ooh.
Like, I'm a good dad.
Hold on, but you travel all the time.
Yeah,
They're
but I'm still
on
a
different
good dad.
But you don't pay child support?
Why would I pay child support?
So you take them to school every day. You take them to the doctor's offices. You take them to practices.
I
you
mess
take
with
them to
women
the
that got
dates?
themselves together.
Okay.
And
Like a true toxic man.
But,
you know what it takes physically? I would rather
Yes.
today, where I am today, I'm doing it alone.
Yes.
And it's hard. But you know how easy it is for me to go and work and make the money. I have to have a nanny, right?
Yes.
How often could you have possibly been
That's
there?
true. But so
Were you paying child support then?
I don't pay child support.
Okay, we're going to move on. We're going to move on.
Like, why would I pay child support? I'm not a bum.
Because, did you pay for their school?
Of course.
Okay, so by
But you talk so fast, you don't let people get their thoughts out.
You just kept saying I don't pay child support.
You're a judge.
No. You kept saying I don't pay
You
child
put
support.
people on the.
Okay, so
no,
all these
when I
children
say
you
I pay, no. Let's make sure we're clear. It's very important because I got my
So
fans.
child support,
Let
you're
me
thinking
let me finish my thought, darling.
Oh, 2x.
Thank you. Yeah, make sure. When I say don't pay, you say, that's the communication gap.
Okay.
When you saying, what do I pay? You're thinking child support. I'm not giving anything. I'm saying I take care of my babies.
Okay, what does that look like?
Yeah, it looks like you take care of you.
Can you explain to me what it looks like for you to have to take care of
the
certain
school,
kids?
clothes, trips, etc.
Okay, what about they live in the house with their mom
Yes.
24/7, right?
Yes.
They live in their home. So do you
Right.
pay any of those bills in their house?
Yes, I did. They grown now.
We're gonna focus.
Yeah,
18
when
and down.
they were kids, yes.
So the 16-year-old not right now. So you
Yes.
still have one that's underage.
Yes, and well taken care of.
What does that look like
It's
right
amazing.
now today?
It's amazing.
What does it look like?
What do you mean what it looks like?
For the 16-year-old right now, what does that look like? How do you take care of him? It's a boy, right?
Visit, we hang, go to games, etc.
School?
Yeah,
Pay
he
for
goes
it?
to school. Yeah, I don't take
got
him
a car?
to school. No, he's 16. No.
So who drives him to school?
His mom.
So you pay for the gas?
No.
Do you pay for her car insurance?
No.
Do you pay for her car bill?
No.
Do you pay for her light bill?
No.
Do you give her money for food?
Of course.
How much?
Whatever she needs.
So every month you don't.
I don't see.
So she has to ask you for it.
See, here's the thing: the structure with most women, and this is how you're thinking. You're thinking, I need X, Y, and Z, but there's some women on this planet who move a certain way, and when they need something, because if you got your stuff together,
So how about you get your stuff together?
some
too?
women will say, "Baby, I need this," and it's done.
Baby, you are my baby daddy.
No.
We made a mistake, right? Remember?
There you go again with the energy and your toxic energy.
I'm not toxic.
And the
I
way
am matter of
let me
factly.
finish. And your energy influences negativity. You don't stay calm.
No.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm giving you my point. When you do all that and the tone of your voice creates that type of energy.
Okay, I'll speak
So
soft.
what I'm saying to you is there's people on this planet that just totally move a different way. You're not child support. You're not a judge. All
I'm
you
a
can do
mother.
is say what.
Let me say this, right? Let me say this. That young lady is a hurt woman. Scarred, scorned, traumatized woman by her child's father and or other people. Hey, Black Joint, I'm over on a good YouTube. She's a scorned woman. So she's coming from a certain stance where it's triggering to hear certain things. So when TK Kirkland first said, I don't pay child support, she automatically lumped him in one box with all the no good Bamas males that she know or that she think is out there, whatever the case may be. And yeah, there are some no good men. There's some men that don't do what they're supposed to do. But then there are plenty of men that do. There are plenty of men that do. But for her, it was like she was looking for a reason to go in. Because then even when he said, I don't pay child support, but I take care of my kids and take care of their things, she was trying to come from a different angle. Like basically, you're not there all the time. You're not like, damn, can the man be a good man for doing what he does? Or whatever the case may be. And what she needs to stop doing, whatever her name is, she needs to stop putting her burdens, her problems, her issues, and pushing that weight onto somebody else. TK Kirkland didn't father her child or children. TK Kirkland didn't sleep with that girl. TK Kirkland didn't even date this girl. This hostess, whatever the case may be. Yet, she really reacted very bitterly to what he was saying. Michelangelo, TKBS Nation, GMG. Right? It's too much us versus them versus us. It's too much of that. It's too much of that. And TK Kirkland, if you're familiar with him, he's a comedian and he's an actor and he's an activist and he's a philanthropist and he keeps it 1,000, at least on the surface. A lot more than your favorite rappers, your favorite singers, and favorite this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be. But she didn't let that man get out too many words edgewise before she had already formed an opinion about who he was. And I applaud him for keeping an even tone. And he made a statement. He said, no, because I got fans that's going to see this. I got people that support me that's going to see this. He wanted to give some clarity to the situation. What you're not going to do is try to play on my name and have me out here looking like deadbeat Donald or whatever the case may be. So I applaud him for that. There's deadbeat men and there's deadbeat females. That's a fact, Creole. That's a fact. It's hurting her to hear about what he doing that her kid's father isn't doing. Tavy, aha. It's a fact, yo, me. And it shouldn't be like that. Because you going through something terrible with your baby father. Just because you going through something terrible with your child's father doesn't mean all men are the same way. Fellas, just because you went through a traumatic or messed up experience with your children's mother doesn't mean all women are that way. We gotta stop lumping everybody up in a box and taking what somebody else has done to us or against us and putting that on everybody else's jacket. We got to stop doing that. She's so damn angry. The cat probably is saying, I'm just saying we got to do better. People devaluing people is crazy. That's it right there. Like, you don't know that man from McKenna Payton. Obviously, Miss Podcast host. Like I said, I can't remember her name to save my life. But obviously, you ain't did no real homework on who TK Kirkland is. Obviously. I heard about that established. Right. When she said, do you put gas in the tank? WTF, oh, she hurt. Like, I'd have looked at her like, it's not necessarily his job to put gas in her tank. However, he said he paid bills. Hey, Vanessa, good morning. I'm over on the good YouTube. It ain't his job to do certain things, but he's obviously, at least by his statement, that he went above and beyond what most would consider just child support to make sure that his peoples and their child are good, or whatever the case may be. I got you, Cassie. I'll check it. Who is who, Creole? You talking about TK Kirkland? He's a comedian, been around for a lot of years, actor as well. Hey, nephew. And that's the thing, right? When is enough enough? When is enough enough? Can we all just get the hell along? Can we all just get the hell along? This next clip, this leads me into this next clip. You never heard of TK Kirkland? Where you been living at, Creole? This next clip kind of ties into what we just watched. Ladies, I need y'all to watch this. And this is a two-way street, so it could be said and or felt in the reverse too. Pause. No diddy. But ladies, watch this for me, please.
It's a narrative that we hear about black men.
They don't get married.
No, they don't like who?
Oh, they don't like black women.
Well, yeah,
The national average for black men who are married, what are they married to?
it's got to be black women.
Black women at what percentage? Over 85%. But it don't matter though, because once they make money, that's when they go get white women.
White women, yeah.
The national average for making over $200,000, black men, right? How many of those men are married to black women?
I'll give him about a cool
95%.
95. I
I believe it. I do believe it. And then when you hear the horror stories, we got to talk about Scottie Pippen. Girl.
Lex has a good point though, because they'll show the Scottie Pippen, right? And they'll say, look, this is how black men behave.
Yeah.
But that's not the fact. Destroying the black family has been on the forefront of the mind of the people who created this country. How do you destroy the black wealth in this country?
Yeah.
Destroy the black family. Make black women think that black men don't love them. Make black men think that black women don't respect them. That's all a fallacy. It's not true. The older I get, I'm 40 years old now, the more I realize that everything I've learned from mass media has been programmed by people who have an agenda.
All of us ladies, all of us aren't bad individuals. All of us brothers aren't bad individuals. Just like all of y'all women aren't bad individuals. There's good and bad in all of us, right? There's good and bad in all of us. That's it right there. You can't group all men and women together because yours doesn't. Don't mean the next man won't. That part. I think because I'm just like y'all, right? I see a lot of these forums and panels, and some of them are very interesting. Some of them you can get some good nuggets and some good gems and some good information out of it if you pay attention to it. But you also see the hurt in people. You also see the hurt in people. In a lot of these panels and forums where it'd be like the battle of the sexes or whatever the case may be. We got a bigger fish to fry. We got a bigger fish to fry than to be looking down on one another. We got bigger fish to fry. We need to be a unified front as men and women in our households, in our relationships. Some of us want peace, love, and prosperity, man. Listen, I'm just saying. The division on every level when it comes to black people is textbook. We have to recognize that and protect us. Michelangelo, that part right there. That part right there. Enough is enough though. And we got and ladies and gentlemen, we got to start tuning that shit out. We got to start saying, okay, you on that? Okay. You know, until you ready to have a real conversation, until you really ready to have a real conversation and get away from the sensationalism of it all, we'll table that. Or I'll holler at you later, or I'll love you from afar, or whatever the case may be. But there has to be something different. There's a story, and I started to get the video and put it up or whatever, but I didn't. This young lady, right? She's younger than me, so I call her young lady. And her boyfriend, or about to be ex-boyfriend, were at a plot of land where a big ass house was being built on it. And I don't know if it was a skit or not. I don't know if it was a skit, but from what she said, this is my new beginning. And in my new beginning, I don't see a place for you in it or whatever. Now, the caption above it says something about he's been paying all the bills or whatever for the last 5 years. She got her shit together or whatever the case may be, and was able to purchase this property or whatever the case may be. And she basically dumped him at the spot where the property was or whatever. And I thought that was real foul. And he said, what have I ever done that was so wrong to you to deserve this or whatever the case may be? And it's like, oh, that's a deep statement. But that's a two-way street too, because a lot of women feel that way all the time. Like, what have I done to deserve the bullshittery that you're dishing out to me or whatever the case may be? It's a really sad place and space to see that happen or whatever the case may be. She came up off that man and dipped. Yeah, facts. Everybody's circle is different because I never grew up in an anti-black man environment. Black men are beautiful creation. We all have flaws, but we gotta heal too. That part right there, Mrs. Mouse. See, That part, we all got our own bullshiggery. We all got our mess. We all got our flaws. We all got our own vices and things about us, right? But that should not preclude us from being able to get along. That should not preclude us from being able to work things out. Because a lot of relationships are breaking up over bullshit. A lot of relationships are breaking up over surface level BS. I ain't even talking about abuse and cheating and kids out of wedlock and various other heavier issues. I'm talking about a lot of relationships break up because you ate the last piece of chicken or you the da 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 da, like light stuff, like really. And for somebody say, well, Phil, that ain't light. That was my chicken and he had no bit or she had no, whatever the case may be. The point of the matter is we got to do better with loving on each other and communicating one with another and understanding there's a bigger fish to fry. And how are we going to be united against a common goal or common enemy or a common situation and we can't be united amongst ourselves? Huh? We got to learn to love ourselves and learn and in doing so, learn to love each other. People get into relationships for the wrong reasons. Facts. One of my good friends broke up with her with her ex over him drinking up her chocolate milk. You lying, established. You lying. That sounds like she was looking for a reason because ain't nowhere in hell. Come on now, Cleta. Come on, Cleta. That is absolutely ridiculous, right? We got to change our mindsets. We got to change the way we look at things and how we deal with one another and stop being our own worst enemies and to stop allowing others to block our blessings and keep us out of what we were destined to do or destined to be. Oh wow, Savage. She's crazy. She is crazy. What's up, Derwin? Here's a little ditty. Pause. No pun intended. It's called Three Frogs. I want y'all to listen to this, right? And I'm gonna put the link out there so if anybody wants to cam up and talk about anything that we talked about thus far or that I've talked about thus far, we can have at it or whatever. But this story right here, this little snippet right here, I think it might do somebody some good or whatever. Y'all pay attention, yeah.
I'm going to leave you with this story, and this story means the world to me in my life, and I hope that it touched you. My mother said I was a better storyteller than a basketball player, so I'm going to be what my mother said that I am. There's a story of three frogs. I know you like frogs. This girl's up here talking about frogs and we're in the Hall of Fame. Three frogs, and these frogs fell into a hole of depression. And at the top of that hole, as they're trying to get up out of that hole, at the top of that hole, there's a bunch of haters telling them what they can't do. Those frogs start to try to jump and get up out of that hole. As they were jumping, those haters at the top of that circle saying, you can't do it, it's impossible, why don't you stop jumping? You need to quit, you don't have any value, no need for you to jump and try to get here. One frog died out, he couldn't make it, the words were too piercing. The pressure was just a little bit too much. The two frogs kept jumping, and all of a sudden, there goes the haters once again, start to tell you what you can't do. You can't do it. I told you there is no value with you. You don't belong at the top. You need to stop jumping. Stop jumping and die out with your other buddy. Second frog dies out. He couldn't make it. Words too piercing. Pressure is too much. All of a sudden, the third one is jumping. He's jumping, so trying to get to the top. Haters are telling him, why don't you die off with the third one, with the other ones? Why don't you be the third one to die off? You can't make it up here. It's impossible. We're going to sit here and we're going to wait, but you can't do it. It's impossible. You need to stop. You're not worthy. That frog kept jumping. All of a sudden, boom, he springs, he gets to the top. They're looking at that frog and say, man, how did you do that? That's impossible. How did that happen? The frog was deaf. That's me. I was that frog. Turned deaf ears to what people say that you cannot do. Know your worth. Know your value. And I say to all of the honorees, congratulations. And I'm so thankful to be going in with you tonight. God bless you and God keep you.
Europe, that sums it up. Sometimes you got to turn a deaf ear to the bullshittery, the hate, the misery, the misery, the jealousy, the envy, the backbiting, the unhealed person, the broken person who's not longing or seeking help. Sometimes you got to turn a deaf ear to that. Sometimes you got to turn a blind eye to some things because everything that looks good ain't good for you. I'm just saying. That's right, Michelle Lundy. Bottom line, protect your ear gate. You hear me? Creel said, what you say? I can't hear you. Listen, as you would and as you should. We 2025 is upon us, and we just gotta stop BSing one with another. We gotta stop allowing things, people, circumstances stop us from our destiny and our blessings. And more importantly, those that are meant to be the closest to us. We got to repair those relationships. But first and foremost, sometimes you need to slow the hell down and build a proper foundation with this man or this woman that you so-called dating or want to marry or want to be with. Build a foundation that's rooted in one, God, two, in friendship, three, on morals and principles that are worthy of togetherness, to be able to help you sustain through all the ills, the trappings, the shortcomings, and the pitfalls of life itself, period. Whatever, peeps. That's it too, Vino, even from your own negative inner voice. That part. We have to. Because like I said, there are bigger fish to fry. There's bigger issues, bigger problems. And I'm not your issue. You're not my issue. I'm not going to allow you to be an issue to me. And I don't want you to allow me to be an issue to you. Can we build? Can we build? Can we lay aside the hurt? Can we lay aside the trauma? Can we lay aside the toxicity? Can we lay aside the disappointments? And actually get on the same page so that we can have something substantial in this life. And I'm not necessarily talking about monetarily, but just spiritually, emotionally. I'm just saying. I'm tired of hearing the women are greater than men conversation. I'm tired of hearing the men are greater than women conversation. I'm tired of he treat me like shit. I'm tired of she treat me like shit. I'm tired of hearing that all men are dogs. I'm tired of hearing that all women are whores. I'm tired of hearing all that. Y'all remember a certain individual who went around telling people that he scored with a certain well-rounded dime. Jola, I don't know who you talking about with that one. I'm just saying though, we have to look past and get past some things. And some of those things ain't even as major as we make them out to be. Some of them things are minor. We make them major in our own minds and in our own worlds. We have to be able to come to the table and at least see something more in each other. Matter of fact, see something more in ourselves. Then I'm not your punching bag. You are not my verbal combatant. I'm just saying. There's so much more to life than than me being against women or women being against men. How could I ever, how could I as a man, as a black man, ever be against a black woman when my mother's a black woman, when my sister's a black woman, when my babies, my daughters are black women, my aunts, my nieces, my cousins, those that are women. How could I ever, when one of God's greatest creations was a woman, every curve, every inch, every bit of her soul, every bit of her mind state, from the soft suppleness to the nurturing inward, to the woman that's going to pray for you, even when you don't know how to pray for yourself? How could I, as a man, a black man, be against my sister, my woman, a woman, a black woman? How, Sway? How, Sway? And for anybody that does, that's right, Creole, every nook and cranny. And if for anybody that does, you need to get evaluated. You need to check yourself. You need to get some help. You need to talk to somebody. You need to heal. As a man towards a woman, as a woman towards a man. Ladies, how the hell can you hate black men when your father was a black man, when your son is a black man, you know, in most cases, right? Your brothers, your uncles are black men. How can you hate on from whence you came? Whether that person, whether your dad was in your life or not, every man on this earth does not get to walk this earth with the weight and baggage of whatever man did you wrong or shortchanged you on what you should have received from them mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, economically, whatever the case may be. Nobody is this feel the love. Is it established? It's always a good day to feel the love. I'm just saying though, how, Sway? How? And then yeah, girl, he ain't shit. Yes, yeah, that broad ain't nothing. Yeah, we get in our bag. We get in our bag, especially when we upset about something or someone. But in a general sense of it, it should never be no us versus them or them versus us. It should never be that. He was feeling it. Y'all bugged out. It should never be that type of situation. As you should establish, you should never stop. All of us don't got it together. All of us ain't worthy of that love and affection. All of us aren't good people, men and women. That's bad in all of us, to be honest, whether we allow that to take root and manifest itself or not. There's good and evil in all of us. It's in the human nature, is the flaw that we all have. However, you can still be a good man or a good woman just as well as you could be a bad man or a bad woman. And we got to start loving ourselves, learning how to love ourselves, and in doing so, we can learn to truly love each other. And I'm not just talking about loving the person that you're with in a relationship, but just even on a even kill plutonic playing field, as brothers and sisters, as people that come from the same family tree. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Jazzy, good morning to ye. Look, Miss A. Blah. My man is the ish. I would never say bad people come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. That's a fact of mundo. You stupid, Listen, I'm just saying. I know y'all like, man, Phil, why are you talking about all this? Because it's needed to be said. It's needed to be said. A lot of us, we We go along just to get along. We go along with the quid pro quo, with the status quo, so to speak, just to say, oh yeah, girl, yeah, I'm with you, girl. Hey, high five, and wonder why your ass is going to bed lonely at night. Fellas too. Fellas too. You want to be in the in crowd so bad and pick up the habits and traits of some other miserable, broken male or female that you find yourself miserably broken and alone. And can't wonder why. I'm a good woman. I got a good job. I make X amount of money. I go to the gym. I keep my body plaka. I know I look good and all this, but I can't find a good man. Fellas, man, listen, I'm in the gym every other day. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting 6 figures. You know, I'm a number one stunner. I'm handsome than a mug. I'm 6'4" and cut up like a bag of dope. Why I ain't got a good woman? Maybe because you know better than the company you keep, the friends that you got in your circle, the things that you spew into the atmosphere, the things that you believe, the things that you talk about when it comes to other sexes. Make what noise against Creole? I'm just saying, like, if I'm lying, if I'm wrong, y'all tell me. Y'all tell me, Phil, shut the figgity up. Talk about the battle of the sexes, Jazzy. Talk about the battle of the sexes. Hey, love Ariel. Hey. Not every man is that man who first hurt you, just as not every woman is she first. That's a fact. Let the hurt go and free yourself and live. That's a fact, sexy sugar mama. That's a fact. Miss Sabline, that's it. Picking the bad ones and then complain. Picking the bad ones and then complain. There's got to be more to what? To offer other than money and body. There's got to be more. I got to get what you say. There's got to be. Number one stunner. Why? That's it. Stop blocking your blessings. I'm just saying, right? Stop looking for perfection in people and you ain't even perfected within your own self. Whoop. Let me say that again. Stop looking for perfection in other people and you're not even perfected in your own self. Don't let that go over your head. Because a lot of y'all want so much more in another individual than you are willing to build yourself up and to be. Realistically, that you realistically could be. I'm just saying, right? Nobody's perfect, but nobody's perfect, but there's a lot more good dudes and a lot more good women than a lot of people give credence to. That was another reason I picked that video out with the young man was giving the statistics, because it's so much going around. Black men don't want black women and and when black men get to a certain level and get to getting money, they don't no longer want a black woman. And he gave you some stats to go run and tell that. Sometimes we believe the first thing we hear and we run with it. I heard Shaquan, the super host of Men Ain't Shit podcast, say that men, when they get to 6 figures, they prefer a white woman, or they prefer this, or they don't want their sisters, and this, that, and the third. And y'all will run with it. And fellas too. Y'all will run with it without doing your due diligence or paying attention to the women in your community or the men in your community and seeing how they move and who they're dating. Whether there's money involved or not, whether they are of lower class, middle class, or high class of society. No one is perfect. Grow with each other, build with each other, and love each other. That part right there. That part. You just named both of my favorite quotes, Shaquita and Shaquan. Tell them I said, what's up, Shaquita and Shaquan? I'm just saying, I'm just saying, right? A lot of us say, man, I got a whole lot of love to give, but ain't no nigga deserving of all this. You keep saying ain't no nigga deserving of all this, you're going to be miserable and alone and or attract those people that definitely don't deserve none of your good love. And I ain't talking about your punani twani, but the love that comes from in your heart and your soul. You keep saying these things and you're going to have what the hell you say. Huh? I stay away far from those conversations. I listen to the conversations supporting Black love and love in general. Got to change the frequency. That part right there, love Ariel, with love on the beginning of your name should mean you standing on that. But that's a fact. We got to change the frequency. men need to change their frequency. Women need to change their frequencies, especially in our communities, huh? I want to see more. I want to see more happily involved individuals, whether it's just in relationship, whether it's engagement and or marriage. I want to see more happily engaged and involved individuals in our communities. That's it. And you can say what you want to feel. He's a hopeless romantic or anything, whatever you want to call it. I just want to see us win. I want to see us win. And we got to understand some of the things that are necessary for us to win. And once we get on that same page, it'll be so beautiful. I didn't say it'll be perfect. You're not going to like me every day. I'm not going to like you every day, but I don't mean I can't love you through it all. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And just because one individual did you wrong, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, depleted you or abused you or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean that the next person will or the next person wants to. That's male or female. 2025, I'm ready for a happy relationship. She said, see, like I'm ready. Creole said she ready. I'm just saying. Papa say I support and love Black love. Man, as we should. As we should. Everything else is uncivilized. Don't you get tired of seeing couples of other persuasions and they just look so happy and so at peace, even though they could be in turmoil inside too, but on the outside, they just look so happy together. I want to see more of that with us. I want to see more Black couples looking happy than a mug, even if the bills ain't paid, even if this, that, and the third ain't there. I want to see more of us happy. Look at Peeps getting, I support making Black babies. It's crazy. Yes, my man say it's not fair to him when I bring up, when he remind me of something or so. Jazz, that's the worst thing you can do. Jazz, that's the worst thing you can do. Don't put the ills, the shortcomings, and the wrongdoings of your past encounters, past relationships, past flings, or whatever the case may be on your new man. Your new man might not be perfect, but he's good for you. And you don't want him to start, you don't want to put the spirits and demons of your past onto him. Some of those things you got to let it go. Sometimes you got to let it go. Because you could wreck a beautiful relationship. You could wreck the aura, the spirit of that person. And like, man, why should I do more? Why should I give more when all they see me as is I? She said, yes, I learned. That's right. Move forward. Don't look back. Never compare your present man with anything in your past. That's it. Because at the end of the day, too, some of y'all might have had a man where certain aspects about him was good, but others weren't. And you be like, in your mind, and sometimes out your mouthpiece, you be like, why you can't be like so-and-so? He used to do da-da-da-da. Well, if so-and-so was so good at all the da-da-da-da, why you not still with so-and-so? Stop putting that weight, that unnecessary baggage on your new man, new woman, whatever the case may be. Stop it. The saga, what's goody like the mob? He said 30 years with my Black queen. Relationships, you have to look at as a job. You have to put the work in both sides. That part right there, the saga. And shout out to you with 30 years, 30 of them things. You hear me? Yes, y'all right. I stopped and I pray for me, excuse me, to be a better person. I never knew my mouth was so straightforward. Oh, Jazz, you knew your mouth was straightforward. You knew your mouth was reckless, Jazzy. And I got love for you, Jazzy, but you knew. But that's all right, though. That's all right. At least you understand and realize your flaws and are willing to work at them for the sake of not only just the relationship that you have with your man, but also for the betterment of Jasmine. You feel me? Good Times wasn't just a show, it was a way of life and love. That part right there. That part right there. What's up with the Christmas giveaway? Christmas is in like 20 something days. Where do we donate? I'm glad you brought that up. We'll talk about that on Friday, Established. We'll talk about that on Friday. I almost forgot. Thank you, Established. I appreciate you with your big hand self. Yeah. Hats off and salute to you, the real the saga, because I hate to say it, it's a rarity in this day and age, but it's so it's refreshing to hear. It's refreshing to hear. A supportive man is a keeper. Yeah, 30 years is everything, Jazzy. That's a fact. I support eating black groceries. It's crazy. Peep scheme, if you're going to lay down, so pause. But yeah, we got to be realistic, real with ourselves first, and real with the people that we deal with, and stop fighting against each other. Ain't no black woman on earth my enemy. And women, y'all should say, ain't no black man on earth mine. Even if you don't like a couple of them. Even if you don't like a couple of them, they are not your real enemy. They are not your real enemy and operate as such. Yo, me, I almost said something. I almost said something. I almost said something. I'll be good. I'll be good on this hump day. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this show thus far has been insightful, impactful. Hopefully you've learned something. Hopefully you've taken something in. Hopefully something to register in your soul when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, life itself. My next relationship will be my last. You ready? Oh shit, Creole. Listen, I want my next one to be my last too. You hear me? I want my next one to be my last. I had put the link out there. Nobody wanted to cam up, but I started it out on a funny note. I started this show out on a funny note, and I wanted to kind of end it on a funny note too, on a good note too, as only Phil know how to do. Some of y'all, some of y'all are highly flatulated. I'm gonna just leave that there. Y'all I want y'all to watch this real quick and enjoy it as I did. Or if you don't, the hell with you. But enjoy it real quick.
Journey's book?
What's that? What? I think she farted. That was a big one. What was that?
I don't know who that was.
It was huge.
I don't know who it was, but whoever it was, it might be a little embarrassed. So let's stop.
I still blame you.
Journey's book?
What's that? What?
nasty butt teacher. Oh, nasty butt teacher on the Zoom. I take it this was during COVID or whatever the case may be. Oh, nasty rump ass teacher. Bryson, what's goody like the mob? Good morning. I thought it would put a little tickle on your tummy pause. A little laughter, a little laughter. Ain't changed no topic, Miss A Block. Listen. Right, Jazz. 30 years of freeing them things. I'm just saying. Just imagine even as a grown adult, you on a conference call, a Zoom call with people in your organization, your corporate office, or your job, whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden ain't nobody muted. All of a sudden, or the person speaking ain't muted. They thinking they gonna sneak one by, and all of a sudden they go. Nice way to engage with kids and keep their attention, but it was a setup. How you know, Kaden? How you know it was a setup? Do. Now, to get back to, I still blame you. Who you blaming, Jazzy? Now, again, because it was brought up about the Christmas giveaway, right? And yeah, I did at one point say I wanted to start doing monthly giveaways, but then also some things went on personally with me and mines or whatever the case may be, family-wise. So my focus has not been where it could have been or whatever. But established did bring back to my remembrance that I did say I want to do a Christmas giveaway. And we'll talk about that come Friday. And for those that want to indulge and or be a blessing for somebody or some people, we'll have the opportunity to do so, whatever the case may be. I love doing philanthropic work. I love being a philanthropist. I love giving back. I love doing, or whatever the case may be. And this time of year, a lot of people are without. So it would be a definite blessing or whatever. What happened? I ain't looking back that far. Anywho, Polo Dolo. Riding solo. Yeah, she thought she was on mute, huh? Just whatever. Stank ass. This is Putin. I understand that you couldn't commit. It wasn't that I couldn't commit to it so much as other things demanded my attention and my time, unfortunately, but but outside of that, I definitely could have committed to it, but I know, Miss A Block, I know. The little kid said it in the video. Peepski, whatever. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers and GMGettes. Hopefully, again, you glean something out of this show. More importantly, just glean the fact that we need each other, man. We need each other more than we give off. Miss I'm every woman, it's all of me, Miss Independent. Fellas, I'm a Mr. Go-Getter. I'm self-made and all that. We still need each other, man. We still need each other. I know established. But anywho, I got love for y'all. Hopefully y'all got love for me. This is the Good Morning Gang morning show, and hopefully you stay tuned for the next episode because you never know what you're going to get for the Good Morning Gang morning show. Y'all know what I like to say, smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. Last but not least, I ain't anti-you, but I'm pro-me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate your thick ass melon till the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, baby. Appreciate that.
We're one big happy family. With one big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speech.
Y'all be blessed. I'm out. Y'all be blessed. I'm up out of here. Yeah.